Maybe what's your process as far as putting the game Sunday night to bed, getting all you can out of that, and then moving forward?
Same as always. We attacked it pretty hard Monday after the game. Broke everything down. Saw the corrections we needed to make, and on to Seattle. So we've been into it for a little while now. Ready to get out to practice and get back to it.
What do you think of your own performance?
From Sunday night?
Yeah.
Pretty good. The turnovers obviously got to eliminate those, but just the way we battled in the second half, gave ourselves a chance at the end. But it's as an offense, you don't want to have to do that. Drive down at the end of the game and be in that situation. We would have liked to perform better in the first half, but there was a lot of positives to take out of that. So there's good and bad that you take from it.
After the game, you mentioned kind of toeing the line and how you were managing the clock. When you went back and watched it, was there anything you would do differently in terms of time management?
I mean, in the heat of the battle, yeah, let the play clock run for a little longer. I don't know how much of a difference that would make, but there was just some situational football that I think as a team we learned how we could do better. If Juice gets tackled at the 1, I mean, it's a whole different story. There's a ton of that stuff, but as an offense, you're trying to score, and so to do that in the final 30 seconds or so, that's what we were trying to do.
Were you aware that there were 12 seconds left on the play clock when you snapped it? And were you not trying to shave seconds? Were you not thinking that way at that point?
That's kind of what I was saying. Hindsight 2020, we'll have loved to run it down to 1 second, but you're towing that line of you got them on their heels. We were going with some tempo. I know exactly what you're saying. It's a tough line to play with, but I wish I would have let some time run off the clock. Wish Juice would have got tackled at the 1, but it is what it is. That's why we play the game.
Kyle said, some of the reasons for the slow starts, just the entire offense isn't playing particularly well in the first quarters of the last 2 weeks. What can you do as a quarterback to, put your guys in a better position or play better yourself?
I think just it really comes down to, getting the play run the right way. I think just little details with it. Even if they show us something that we haven't really planned for as an offense, we still have to be able to execute it. So I think there's there's a million little things that we got to do, coaches, players, but at the end of the day, it's all of us working together.
As far as the run game goes, are the defenses giving you guys fronts and looks that are tough to run against at this point?
Different, I would say. Yeah, just you scout things. The coaches do a great job all week of that, and the game comes and you got to react to what they deal you. So it's a bit of just executing the tough looks that maybe we didn't plan for.
Were you expecting to possibly see Richard Sherman this week on the other side of the ball? Did you have any interaction with him, like maybe even try to get him to come back here?
Not recently. No, kind of been swamped with the season and everything. But there was rumors. You hear about all that stuff with the injuries and things. But happy for him that he gets another op out there in Tampa. Wish it would have been here, but it is what it is.
Speaking of getting off to a strong start in games, what's the conversation like with you and Kyle when you decide on your openers? I would imagine there's not a game you've ever gone into where you think, we're running some really crappy plays here at the beginning. So how do you, through the process of a week, kind of help Kyle construct how you're going to open a game?
Well, Kyle, he has his own process too, and you don't want to mess with that too much. He's had success with it in the past. So he kind of handles the openers. As far as us, it's more of just trying to anticipate what we're going to see. You do all this scouting and things like that, but once you get out there on Sunday, you might get the look you planned for. You might get something that you've never even talked about, and I think it's just the balance of that as players. We got to be able to execute under those, whatever circumstances.
Different receivers and different running backs because of injuries and positions being a little bit in flux. With that in mind, how big has Deebo been for you guys in terms of consistency and when you have been able to move the ball? And what have you seen in him in this year as opposed to the last couple?
Deebo's been huge. He really had pass game, run game, blocking. He does a great job too. Doesn't even get noticed for it, but just he's come a long way in all those. But above all that, what I really notice is just his leadership, how he sets the tone for that group, the receivers, really all the skill positions in general on our offense. He kind of gets everyone going. You need a guy like that, a tone setter. We got a couple other guys like that too, but Deebo's really embraced that role this year, and I appreciate him for that.
One of your game is that you maybe
Say it again,
don't-
sorry.
Sorry, one criticism of your game is that you maybe don't challenge defenses vertically or to the boundary as much as you possibly could. Do you think that's a fair criticism?
No. I mean, I I just go with the play that's given. I think we've stretched him pretty well, in some different aspects, but just whatever play's called, I'll go out there and execute it.
You had a pediatric cancer patient out the other day. How did you get involved in that? How did that start?
It's kind of started over this offseason, actually. Me and my brothers, I've been wanting to do it for a couple of years now. Last year was tough with the COVID situation, so couldn't really do that, but I was really thrilled about it. We had our boy David come out, got to know him pretty well, got to meet him before the pregame and talk to him. It was a really cool opportunity. I love doing little things like that, especially game day. You could tell it, you don't get to experience that every day as a kid, so whenever you get the chance to do that, it was pretty cool. All right, thanks, guys.
Hey, Faithful, subscribe to our YouTube channel.